ads. I love markets so much. These are my people.
Yeah, me too. I think they give you a sense of where you are. Everything that's grown here is from here.
And the fact that it's all, own operators, and you can really tell because of the pride that they take in, arranging everything so immaculately.
It's not really they though, is it? It's you. You have your market stall every Sunday and you come down, you set up and you sell your cake.
I do. It's like my great equaliser at the end of the week. Because just in case you haven't noticed, I'm a bit of a ball of chaos.
You're like a carny, but for market folk.
Yeah. In fact, I do identify strongly with being called a market mole.
Australia is a big place with a lot of amazing food.
So Po and I are scouring the map, finding inspiration for Malaysian dishes from great Aussie produce.
This episode will do it tough tasting cheese and oysters in Bruny Island.
I'll forage for Indigenous ingredients to cook some spicy crocodile.
And we'll whip up more chicken satay than you can shake a stick at.
This is Adam and Po's Malaysia in Australia. Australia is a country with a lot of great food. But what always surprises me is how even the tiniest of places can create delicious experiences.
Adam and I are travelling to an island, off the coast of an island, off the coast of an island. Bruny Island to be precise, a long stretch of land floating off the south coast of Tasmania.
Have you been to Bruny before?
I haven't, Adam. I've been to Tassie many times, but not to Bruny, so I'm super excited.
It's one of my favourite places. It is as beautiful as paradise, but the food is some of the best in the world.
Yeah, I'm very, very keen.
We're here looking for inspiration to create a Malaysian dish using uniquely Bruny ingredients. Our first stop is where all good food tours should start, a place that makes cheese and beer.
The important thing, Po, is to pace yourself. You can't eat too much of one thing because there's too much to try.
I know, beer and cheese.
G'day, Nick. How are you?
Hey, Adam. Great to see you. Hey, Po.
Hey, Nick.
Welcome to Bruny Island.
Thank you. We are here for your finest beer and cheese.
Let's go and try something.
Nick Haddo founded Bruny Island Cheese Company back in 2003 with the idea of making artisanal cheeses using traditional methods. In 2016, they added a brewery out the back so they could pair their cheeses not with wine, but beer.
Something to cleanse your palate.
Is beer and cheese a thing?
Look, if it's not, it should be, Adam, because beer and cheese goes together so beautifully, as it's a lot more accessible for cheese, I find, than heavy alcoholic tannic red wines.
Yeah, I've always thought that quietly to myself, and I've always found wine too overwhelming, and I've never dared say it, so thank you for...
What are we looking at beer-wise?
Okay, so this is our farm ale, and there's raw red wheat in this, which is grown by our neighbours on Bruny Island, an Aboriginal property called Murrayfield.
That's delicious.
Thank you.
That's really delicious. What cheese does it go with?
This is a cheese called 1792. That was the year that the French actually arrived here on Bruny.
That is amazing.
It's got a unique Tasmanian characteristic in that it's sitting on a piece of hewn pine, which is a local timber that imparts the most beautiful kind of smoky, almost resinous character into the cheese.
Yum.
After indulging a little more in Nick's other cheeses and beers, Po and I are looking for something to pair with a dish that would be inspired by our next Bruny ingredient, oysters.
How cute is this? Yeah. Hello, Lee.
Hello, welcome back. Adam, good to see you. Ready for some oysters?
Absolutely.
Come on through.
Get Shucked is an oyster farm and bar run by Lee and Suzanne Macefield, who moved south from Byron Bay. Way south. They purchased the already existing business and now serve up fresh oysters daily.
All right, folks.
They look
One
good.
mixed dozen.
That looks absolutely
So you've got
delicious.
the food, you've got the local sparkling. We've got the view.
Yeah.
What more could you want?
What makes the oysters here so good?
You've got beautiful, pure, cool water, full of nutrients, and they just drink and drink and drink, like an Australian farmer, you know. They just... So we travel 200 metres out across there to get our oysters. We open them in there, and that's it, the triangle of love. They don't go anywhere else.
So this oyster here came from there?
That oyster just came from out there. Our philosophy is have them straight out of the water while you taste the ocean.
Oh, wow.
You know, it really is the best.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Get Shuck's most popular cooked oysters are the Kilpatrick, served with bacon and Worcestershire sauce and their own Asian fusion recipe. Obviously, Adam and I had to try both.
That's delicious.
So we've had them natural, we've had them cooked. What we might do is just toddle across the road there, down onto the beach, and we'll open some oysters.
How does the professional shuck an oyster?
Well, if I had a professional here to show you, for me, I like to go in about 2/3 of the way up from the hinge, and you just find that little sweet spot, and then I will rotate my wrist towards me, and a little flip. So then the abductor muscle at the top's come off, and we now just gently slide close to the shell, and we've cut through that next abductor muscle. The oyster's now free. That's a stunning oyster just there and then. I'm going to eat this first one, folks, because to make sure I've done my job properly. Okay, Po? I think you need to have a go at shucking an oyster. There you go.
Totally.
Okay.
No pressure.
No, enjoy yourself.
Oh, God. No, I shouldn't have done this.
I think you're doing all right. It's coming. It's coming. Yay!
Well done. Yes. A natural shucker. And we flip them over because that's the beautiful side of the oyster.
Yep.
Well done, Po.
Thank you.
Nice job.
Natural.
Now you celebrate by eating the oyster.
Now that Poe and I can shuck our own oysters, we want to cook a couple of traditional Malaysian dishes with them.
We have some of Lee's gorgeous oysters, and I'm going to make a kampong-style relish to have with them. Adam, what are you making?
I thought because both Lee and Nick are all about a sense of place, I'm going to do a dish that has a sense of place as well. So I'm doing a Tasmanian oyster kerabu. Kerabu is a Malay dish that is all about a sense of place. It's basically whatever ingredients you can find around combined into a very easy salad, often raw vegetables, fresh herbs, sometimes cooked meat as well. I'm doing this one with oysters.
Really fresh, zingy dishes, yeah?
When you're right here with all of this around you, you don't want to do too much to what you've got. Don't turn your back, but can you tell what I'm doing?
Roasting belacan. Does not smell like it.
It is a very distinctive aroma. Yeah. Belacan into the mortar and pestle, just some chilli, pound it all together. That's sambal belacan.
So I'm just shucking the oysters and I'm doing an okay job of it.
I think you're doing well.
If I had to do this for a living, I'd be broke.
More than likely.
If you get a really huge chunk of grit when we eat these later, I didn't do it, okay? All right, this is my last oyster. I did it. I'm just gonna grab some shallots and chilies. Chili, this is what I always do, standard practice. Cut the hat off and lick it. Oh, it's hot. Okay. Are you a bit of a chili wimp or a chili legend?
You know what? I used to eat a lot more chili than I do now. Yeah. These days, I think I have gotten so weak. Sometimes, honestly, my kids eat more chili than I do.
Oh, Adam, what kind of Malaysian are you?
Hey, it's not that I'm not, it's that my kids are very good at eating chili.
For my relish, next I'll add some laksa leaf, or as we call it in Australia, Vietnamese mint.
And then we're pretty much done. We just have to stir in a few seasonings.
To finish the dressing, I'll add some sugar, then equal amounts of light soy and cooking caramel, which is similar to ketchup manis, and then some lime juice for zing. So that's it. That's my kampong style relish with Bruny Island oysters.
This sambal belacan's looking pretty good. So I'll give it a bit more of a pound, but while I do that, I've got some coconut cream and I'm just going to bring that to a boil. This is the thing with kerabu. You really have to use what you have, and the basis of, I guess, you call it a dressing for the salad is this coconut and a nice big spoon of the sambal belacan. I'll squeeze some lime juice into here, but the real thing about kerabu is using what's in season. So I've got all of these vegetables that we picked up from the markets, herbs, some onions, shiso, young green amaranth, got some garlic chives, coriander. I'm going to put in some of Poe's laksa leaf, or Vietnamese mint as we call it in Australia, some Indonesian basil as well, and a few fried shallots too. Poe, I hope you can shuck some oysters for me.
Yes, I am.
Thank you so much. I need about half a dozen.
Okay, I'm specially giving you all the ones in the bung shells. Aren't you lucky?
Well, if your friend gives you some in bung shells, here's a trick of how to clean them. I'm just going to give the oysters a little rinse in the seawater, and that'll take out any little bits of sand or shell that might be left in there. Oysters are in. I'm going to add in the rest of my salad ingredients. And I am done too. A Bruny Island oyster karabu.
Oh, Adam, that looks so delicious.
Yours looks pretty good too. Mmm,
Like it?
that's good.
Yeah?
Mmm.
Oh, Adam, my mouth's watering. That works so well.
I think we can call that a success.
Good job.
Coming up, I forage for some native delights.
And it's a stick-up. Satay with a Nyonya peanut sauce.